What's going on, you guys? Thank you for listening and viewing the Verse Podcast. I'm Kev.
Yo, what up, man?
What's going on, you guys? Thank you for listening and viewing, as always, on the Bayfest. Thanks again to everyone on this lineup. Halogens, Don't Panic, Keep Flying,
Oof.
Green Knuckle Material, Echo Plum, the Warped Tour Band guys, Punchline guys,
Whoa.
Punchline, love Punchline.
Great band.
Yeah, love that song. I'm bringing it old school. Heart Transplant, love that song.
Whoa.
And yeah, it's a great song. So speaking of Punchline, I actually saw these guys, I think when they just got signed by Fueled by Ramen with Fall Out Boy, because the lineup was Punchline, Fall Out Boy, Less Than Jake.
That's amazing.
So I'm transitioning here to Less Than Jake because we have a very special guest in today, and it is Matt from Title Holder.
Woo!
Can anybody answer me? Can anybody see what's out there? No. Can anybody do what I can? I bet that they could, but I don't care at all. Does anybody else have heart? Did everything I built just fall apart? Tell me that it's not for nothing. I think that's all I need. Oh, I make my way out from the bottom. Let's out check my mirrors. Now I can't stop, no. I might have lost some hope along the way, but I found my home in this place.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is so wonderful to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Dude, Matt, thank you
What a
so-
segue. That was smooth.
Yeah.
That was smooth.
Dude, I worked it in there. I was just like, we got to work it in there because you guys just played with Less Than Jake, right? Recently.
We did. We went out on tour with them on the West Coast end of 2024. It feels like it was a couple weeks ago, and then when I say end of 2024, I go, oh my God, it's like almost coming up on 2 years.
Yeah.
But no, end of 2024. Yeah, we did. We did 9 shows in 11 days with them.
Wow.
It was epic.
Wow. 9 shows.
That's
epic.
amazing. All on the West Coast?
Yeah. From Washington all the way down to the bottom of California, over to Vegas, and then Tucson, Arizona.
Now that's a freaking tour, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Any fun tour moments on the road?
Oh, are we gonna get into it? Let's get into
let's start into it since we're on it.
Yeah, I have a plethora. So first night, we fly into Seattle, Washington, and within an hour of being on the West Coast, we get our van and we are going to drive down to Tacoma, Washington to stay at a hotel for the night before we have our first show with them. And we are on the highway, immediately get a flat tire.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, it was like, oh, okay, this is a good omen. Not. And so we pull over to like just a service station that's in the middle of like a strip mall kind of situation, and drop the van off there. And as we're waiting, Less Than Jake literally pulls up at the same parking lot.
Can I be your hero, baby?
And they literally walk out and they're like, "What the? Hey, you sons of bitches! What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Oh, we're just waiting to get our tire changed." And so we had like that very first night of tour moment of before the shows even started. We go to pay the bill for the tire, and the guy's like, "Oh wait, you guys are in a band? No, it's on us." So we're like, "Yes, this is going to be a good situation." That was night one.
God.
Endless amounts of stories. I got to shoot the toilet paper gun every night.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Oh, that's awesome.
If you are
on
familiar
stage.
with Less Than Jake shows, there are 2 people on either side of the stage that grab a freaking leaf blower that's fitted with a toilet paper rod, and during a couple songs, they just fire them off into the crowd. And second night of tour, their tech, their road manager, Matt, he comes to me and he's like, "So I need somebody to do this with me." can I count on you to do it? And I'm like trying to like be cool and like be a good hang, but in my head, I'm like, oh my fucking God, are you kidding me? So I'm like, yeah, I guess I could handle that, man. Yeah, I'll take care of it. And then I like run to the guys in the other green room and I'm like, guys, I'm the toilet paper guy. I get to do the toilet paper. Like, and they're like, oh, when can we do it too? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. No, this is my thing. I'm like, no, I get to do the toilet paper. So every night for that entire run, I got to jump out on stage on the second song and just shoot toilet paper at people while like Roger and JR like looking at me like, look at this new guy. it was really, really, really funny. I mean, the amount of knowledge that like Chris from Less Than Jake just like was so open to giving me every night, like it was like he was being a mentor to me. Mm-hmm. It was really, really cool. Anything that I like had questions about, he was so open to just talking. And I felt like that was like a really, really huge thing. Like, you're the new guy on the block. You don't know how like these rock stars are going to treat you. So you're trying to just like, don't speak unless spoken to. Like be a good hang and just like be there for the ride. And anytime they were backstage, they'd sit there and chat us up and stuff like that. Buddy, I remember one night, Buddy, their trombone player, he hung out with us and just drank with us for, 2 hours in the back in the green room. One night, Chris took us out to the bar. Definitely had a little too much that night, but we had a lot of fun. We were like loading up the van one night in Sacramento, and our sax player AJ like just falls off the back of the van, breaks his wrist.
Oh my gosh!
Didn't know it for about 48 hours. So we did one show, and AJ's like, doesn't feel right, and we're like, nah, you're good. You're overreacting. It's fine. Second night, it's like purple. And so we're in Ventura, California, and my voice was starting to feel kind of screwed up. So I was like, I wonder if maybe like I should just like go to the doctor and get like some steroids or something. But so I was like, yo, let's go take an Uber over to the urgent care. We'll get you all situated. He got a cast put on his wrist that day, and then we checkerboarded it out so it looked cool with a Sharpie.
Didn't affect his playing at all, right?
Oh no. It made him look even cooler. He's doing like gestures, playing the sax with one hand. It was hilarious. But yeah, we, just endless amounts of fun. We were out there with Kill Lincoln. They were the second in support or co-headliner. Mm-hmm. And they were super nice to us too. Just everybody. It was like being part of a new family of way cooler people.
Yeah.
So what was like a piece of non-musical advice that you got from Chris?
Start every show with a vodka and a beer. No. I mean, everything was kind of music related. There was a moment we were backstage and I said, I was like, dude, you've been doing this for 30 plus years. Like, one, how do you look so good still? And two, how can you still sing so good? And he was like, all right, young man, take a seat. He's like, first of all, you don't party as much as, you don't go too crazy. Don't talk as much. You guys are a new band. Like, you got to get out there and you got to be Mr. Personality and talk to everybody all night long. But talk lower, save your voice. I use a nebulizer while I'm on tour. Before he goes out, he breathes in just some like treated air. I don't know if it's like albuterol or just like some vapor. But
opens up the airways.
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
But
It would make sense, yeah.
The big thing was like, you're taking this seriously. Like, you definitely don't want to party hard because you owe it to the 1,000 people that are coming to see you. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to put on that fucking show.
Yeah.
So at one point, he wasn't backstage, and I saw all of their guitars set up, and I kind of did one of these, and I was like, I got to just like check out this dude's guitar real quick. And so I just like picked it up and made sure no one caught me, and I played it for a second, and I was like, oh, I love the way this guitar feels. So I bought a American Telecaster, the same one that Chris has. And then when I bought it, my whole band was like, dude, you're so lame. Like, you just want to be like Chris from Less Than Jake. And I was like, what's wrong with that, dude?
Yeah, you idolize them.
Yeah,
That's some good inspiration.
Daddy DeMakes. Hi. Hey, Chris. It's good to take us out on tour again. We're ready.
How'd you guys end up on that tour? How did you become part of the opener for that?
I mean, that started basically when the band started. So I created Title Holder back during the pandemic.
Oh, really? It was
And-
like recent, not recent, but
I was in like pop punk bands and stuff like that and forever. And pandemic hit, everybody was out of work. And just as a joke, like I was like, you know what, the world's gonna end. I might as well like write a ska record. And so I was sitting in my apartment in Queens writing ska songs, you know, using a MIDI keyboard to write horn lines and shit like that. And right when that was happening, Chris DeMakes had put out a podcast called Chris DeMakes a Podcast. And the very first episode, at the end of the episode, he said, hey, the world's ending. We're not going on tour right now. If you have music and you want me to produce it or listen to it or, you know, give you any advice, send it over to this email. And if I like it, I'll reach out. And my wife, girlfriend at the time, was like, dude, you've been writing ska songs for like a month. You should send Chris some of your shit. And I was like, there's no way I'm doing that. I was like, I'm not doing that. It's not happening. And she's like, dude, you're playing Call of Duty every day in your underwear. And
Who wasn't during the pandemic?
yeah. I was like, this is a good thing. I'm having fun. But I said, you know what? Screw it. Okay, cool. So I sent him a couple demos that I was working on, and he called me up
Shit.
and was like, hey, dude, like, what are you going to do with these songs? And I had no plan. Title Holder wasn't named Title Holder. It was just Matt Sullivan in his underwear writing ska music.
I like that title.
You know? Matt Sullivan writing ska in his underwear. The next record
That's
from
so
Title
like
Holder.
so early 2000s, like band.
Yeah. So he asked me like what I wanted to do with it. And I was like, I mean, I'd love to put together a record. And for 3 months, we just hopped on Zoom calls and he critiqued my music. He gave me suggestions on, okay, hey, this lyric is kind of whack. We should add a bridge here, you know, stuff like that. Like just gave me arrangement advice, songwriting advice. And he helped me put together the first Story of My Life EP, which was the first 6 songs that we put out. He co-produced that whole thing with me.
That's insane.
And even more so, there was at one point I went to the studio, I recorded those, and I was like, man, you know, like I kind of want to add more trombone, but the sessions are already over. Chris goes, oh, why don't you just email Buddy? He'll blast some trombone for you. So I shoot an email to Buddy, and Buddy's like, yeah, dude, sure. So all those songs have like Buddy doing like added like blah 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 blah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Wow.
Buddy played on that one too. But we finished that EP, and Chris like checked in with me, and he was like, so what do you want to do with all this? And I was like, I don't know. I want to play shows. He goes, you want to go out on tour? And I went, yeah. And he goes, all right, I'll call you one day. And that was it.
Wow.
2020, he said, I'll call you one day. And I was like, shit, okay. So I just kept at it. He was like, keep doing what you're doing, play shows, like build up whatever this is, and just start playing out and start making friends and start networking. I'll call you one day. And we did just that. Wow. We played shows, you know, we started just doing the local circuit, you know, nothing too crazy. And every now and again, like every 8 to 12 months, I would shoot him a quick text just to remind him. Usually it was after like 4 or 5 beers. I'd be like, yo, dude, I'm working on a new song. You know, and he'd give me like the thumbs up emoji, and I'd be like, okay, I'll shut up. But the top of 2024, it's like January, he said, hey, this is going to be your year. And I was like, okay. He goes, you guys down to do something in October? And I go, yes. He goes, okay, be on the lookout for an email from our agent. And then a week or 2 went by, and we got an official offer. And it was, we get the offer, and at the bottom of the offer email is, you have 24 hours to respond. It was like Mission Impossible shit, you know? Like, this message will self-destruct. You have 24 hours to respond, otherwise the offer goes to another band. And so I'm sitting in my driveway. I like just gotten home from work, and I'm just like rereading it over and over again. And I'm like, this is freaking real. Okay. And I just said, yeah, we'll take it. And then I called the band and I was like, hey, we got to figure out how to go on tour. Because I just said we're going to do it. And not thinking anyone was going to say no, but I was like, we're just saying yes.
Yeah.
There's no way this is.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was how it happened. It was all just real quick. Real quick. But over the course of a few years, I think.
That is really quick, though, from pandemic 2020. And then you wrote those songs within 2024. You're already opening for Less Than Jake.
Yeah, that's
That's
sick.
insane.
Yeah.
Listen to that, kids.
Yeah.
Running ska music in your underwear at home during COVID.
I am a shining example
Yeah.
of it never hurts to ask.
Yeah.
If you look around for somebody's contact info that you look up to, don't be afraid to just say what's up. It sliding in people's DMs, as long as you're not a weirdo, can work.
It's crazy that they kept in contact and they were giving feedback. So they knew when they initially heard it that it was something that they were interested in. Because for them to contact, give advice, and then give you some of their players to write on top of things.
I think that Chris really stuck his neck out for us and saw that not only was I serious about doing this, but that I was writing stuff that was pretty good.
It sounds really good.
And I think that him offering a lot of his suggestions early on really elevated some of the songs to, be real bangers. And it was the most exciting time. And it's just it feels like every year there's a new milestone that we hit.
That's good to have, though.
You know?
That's growth. If you have something like that, you're always going to keep growing.
For all intents and purposes, we're a bunch of dads. We're all in our mid-30s. We're not all fathers, but we do this kind of on a part-time scale. We've got the jobs and the families and the wives and stuff like that. But whenever there's an opportunity that presents itself, we're all in with it.
Now, from the time you submitted your first couple songs that you were writing to Chris, how long did it take for him to respond?
Oh, it was 24 hours.
Oh, so he actually really liked it.
It was bizarre. Because also you send the email and you forget about it.
Yeah.
And he hit me back immediately and was like, "Hey, these are cool. Let's work together." And so you see Krista makes caller ID come up on your phone, and I'm sitting next to my wife, and I'm like, oh my god, oh, and then, hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? Oh yeah. No, I'm available. I'm not doing anything.
Wow.
But yeah, he hit me back really quick, and he was like, hey, let's get to work.
Yeah, and Less Than Jake is such a big name in the ska scene, or even pop punk scene in general. They're a huge name.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
15-year-old me would have never imagined
Yeah.
that 36-year-old me would have done that.
Yeah.
But, I'm super proud that it worked out the way that it did. And through those relationships that we made, there's been so many doors that have opened.
Yeah.
And we're just going to continue to move forward and be, more importantly, just be a good hang, I think that kind of networking is what gets you farther. Even if
Facts.
we start really writing crappy songs, we'll still be really cool people to have a beer with.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's it's so amazing to me, COVID, and then you're playing with Less Than Jake. That is something. We started this during COVID. Where's our Less Than Jake, guys? We literally started at the same time too.
Nice.
So yeah, but that's awesome, man.
Maybe they'll take you guys out on tour.
Yeah, right. Do all the-
You're like, all right, listen,
Yeah.
the opening act is not a band. It's actually going to be a 25-minute podcast that's going to set up on stage.
I think they're actually playing Warped Tour DC, right? I think they're on the lineup for that.
Are they this year?
Yeah, I think I saw that because I was hyped for it.
It's crazy. I think they
Yeah.
have the record for playing the most Warped Tour
They
dates
do.
in history.
Yeah.
Yep, they do.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
We got to sneak backstage.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time. All right, so I have to ask this question. Where did Title Holder come from? I have my own interpretations, but the name Title Holder.
I was watching the Interrupters
Yeah, that's
live
what I
show
thought,
from Japan on YouTube.
Yep.
And they do this big intro to that song, Title Holder. They're like, this is a song about, fighting racism and oppression and addiction. And me and my wife are sitting there, because we were trying to figure out a name. I had a whole list of really bad ones, and we were just watching this during the pandemic, I think it was. And I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. And she looked at me and she was like, what about title holder? And I went, what? Let's check the internet. And we just went on Spotify. And it was as simple as that.
Yeah,
I thought the song name was really cool. I thought title holder sounded cool. I also really liked, what they were saying that song stood for. And it felt like when I was one day asked that question in an interview, I would have a good answer.
Crazy thing is, like, I found out about the interpreters during COVID as well.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why, like, I saw your name. I'm like, wait a second, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked that.
Yeah.
And they all are like, oh, that's awesome, because we love them too. And yeah, we're huge fans. They're really,
She's
really talented.
Kerosene is probably one of my top 5 favorite songs of all time.
They're a super talented band. They're really great. They're fun to listen to. I still have yet to see them live, though, because they've gotten so big that they only play like arenas. And I hate arena shows.
I don't blame
Unless we get invited to play an arena show with the Interrupters, we'll be glad to.
You might have a chance. You got to shoot that email, man.
Right? It's like, hey, Amy and Kev, hope you guys are well. So I don't know if you heard, but I worked with Chris DeMake.
Yeah, that's so funny, dude. And I saw another big band that was part of the scene, like still part of the scene, but like huge band, Mustard Plug. You guys played with too, right?
Yeah. We did. So every year there's this ska fest in Pennsylvania called This Is Not Croydon Fest. And we played with them, I think, a few years back there. But, sometimes those festival shows, you just, when you're third on a bill of 12, you don't always get on someone's radar. But we recently, this past December, we were opening support for them at Broken Goblet Brewery in Pennsylvania. And that was really cool. It was Mustard Plug and the Planet Smashers, who are out of Canada. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we got, we were like the cool band that was right before the big act, so the room was filled. Also opening that show was Joker's Republic, who are really, really good. Those guys are our homies, and they're New Jersey based. Shout out to Jokers. But yeah, Mustard Plug, those guys are a lot of fun. They're really cool. Our guitarist Andrew makes homemade wine.
That's awesome.
I don't know
Is
if
it wine or mead?
I don't know if it's legal, but sometimes he shows up with unmarked bottles and we all go, hey! And it was around the time that he was doing all that. So he like ran in and gave all the guys from Mustard Plug like a bottle of booze, and they were all stoked. So, hey, we're friends now, I guess.
Got to win the hearts over somehow, right?
Yeah.
Everybody likes a present. Speaking of presents, I brought you
yeah.
guys some presents.
You were the transition too, man.
Whoa.
See, we're killing it today.
So check it out. I brought you guys a couple T-shirts, couple records.
Oh, this guy.
All right, let's
You
check out
know,
the records
as
first.
a thank you for having me on.
This is amazing. Holy
To the-
crap, there's a lot of stuff in here. All right, this is like Christmas.
Send it down. Send it down.
Let's get it on the camera.
Look at that.
Title holder, guys.
Oh, damn.
In the light.
The What Better Time.
Where can they get this?
They can get that online. That is available online through Jumpstart Records on our Bandcamp. You can order that, or you can come out to a show and we'll have a copy there.
Amazing.
Yeah, guys, definitely grab a copy. Check them out because it's the magic they're working over there.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Got records, a couple T-shirts for you guys.
Check out the T. Ooh, I already like this already.
Dope.
Let me check it out.
Now,
before I
do you
show
guys do your own merch?
Half and half. So my wife is a designer, and she has done more of our shirt designs, and she does all of our.
She did this one?
She did not do that one. So, shout out to Kevin Mahoney. Kevin Mahoney is a very talented illustrator and designer. Also plays guitar in the band Hit the Lights.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I love Hit the Light.
Yeah.
Please come on the podcast.
So shout out to Kevin. He did that one. I hit him up and I was like, hey, so I want a T-shirt that has like a bear on it. And he rebutted with, how about laser bears? And I said,
That's sick.
sold. I was like, it's in the movie. And nice little West Coast. My wife Danielle designed that one. We were
This is
going
nice,
for like
too.
the
I like the color.
motel sign in the middle of the desert.
That is pretty dope.
Sick.
But enjoy that.
Dude, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
really,
you.
really do appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man. Yeah. But yeah, my wife Danielle, she does a bunch of our designs, and when we had gotten the West Coast offer, we just wanted to kind of network with some more artists. So I reached out to a couple different people, and I felt like it was good to make that relationship with a lot of people in the community that do designing and do illustration. It always opens the doors to other cool things. So, and also when Kevin from Hit the Lights was like, yeah, I'll do design for you. I was like, that's like the coolest thing in the world. Okay.
That's insane. Wow.
Like, you're going to need a body bag? Like, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
Serious.
I saw they're playing Asbury soon at the summer stage.
Yeah,
I saw that
they're
too,
back
yeah.
in action.
Yeah.
They're back in action, and they're super talented. So.
I'm bad for this because one of their albums, I forget the name of it. I think it has like a jellyfish or something in the front. I forget.
Yeah,
It's like in space or something.
Yeah.
I like that album a lot.
I'm big into the what was it? Skip school, start fights.
Yeah,
When it had,
yeah.
like, the paint splatters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like, yeah. That album's a classic.
I mean,
yeah.
and also just like the first one. This is a stick up. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I
They're great.
like that was like when I would get speeding tickets in my car when I was a teenager, just listening to that. I'm like, yeah.
What's the relation how do you know Hit the Lights? What's the...
I mean, I don't really know him.
I see.
I
Okay.
I had found my buddy Mark. He plays in a band called Goalkeeper, and
Goalkeeper. Okay.
Kevin produced their record. So I like followed all of them on social media, and years ago, he created like a design page, and he was offering to do designs for people. So I'd always like just liked his posts and kept in touch.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I was looking for other things, I just shot him a message and I
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, would you work on a T-shirt for us?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's go."
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sure came out.
You're
awesome.
just reaching out to people and then responding like,
Hey, look what happened here. Drew.
Yeah. Do a
No,
lot.
I
of,
actually just walked in and they like said, "Who are you?" And I was like, "I'm Matt from Title Holder." And they were like, "All right, set up the cameras."
we were just grabbing coffees before.
we,
It was
we, we
weird.
have a sign outside the studio that says, "Please come inside. We need people on the podcast."
Yeah, it worked out. Look how good it worked out.
Yeah.
We've got stories for days. Folks.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Thank you again for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So, you guys came out with a recent single, right? "Out of Touch"
Yeah.
in March, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Great song,
Thank
by
you.
the way, too. What is that? Did you write that song
So-
on your own, or?
That was a collaboration between myself and our guitarist Andrew. From day one, playing out live, everything on the first record is me harmonizing with myself. I did everything on that record besides play drums and do the horns. Like, I recorded everything. And when Andrew joined up, I asked him to lend his voice to do all the harmonies and stuff live. So if you were seeing us live, you were hearing I don't know if you were sure you were seeing Title Holder because you were hearing almost a different band. And when it came time to start putting together new songs, I love the way that our voices work together. I suggested that we join up and kind of do like a little bit of like a Taking Back Sunday thing. I was like, what if I do like the verse, you do the chorus? And, immediately he was into it, but also like he writes really great lyrics. So anytime I'm like stuck on a song, I'll send a demo over to Andrew and I'll get like a video of him like driving his van. And he's like, "All right, so I figured it out, dude." And he'll just, he's just like a human karaoke machine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that song came together. We both like the subject matter was kind of like, it felt like it was like a pop punk emo kind of breakup song kind of feel. And we just gelled together with that vibe. And the next record that is already done will be out this fall.
Oh, wow.
A lot of it, some of it is some older stuff that I worked on last year and the year before. But 6 of the songs are a lot of me and Andrew and our voices working together. And it came out really, really cool.
Yeah.
It's different. Like it feels like an evolution of us. But that'll be this fall, probably around Halloween time.
So that "Out of Touch" new single, is he singing on that one now?
Yeah, so
Wow,
he
okay.
pops in on the choruses.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I do verses on that song. He comes in on the chorus. Then when we go to the bridge, we do like a back and forth call and response kind of thing.
That's sick.
really cool.
Yeah.
And it was a little weird for me too, because like our producer Nick Brzezzi, with Andrew being in the band, he was like, "Yo, like I really feel like he should hit all of these harmonies on the record rather than you doing it yourself." And it took me like 15 minutes to like get out of my head about it. I was like, people aren't gonna know who we are. And he's like, "Nah, dude, just listen. Like if this is how you guys sound live, like let's move more in this direction. And you know, if people don't like it, like we can go back to the old way, and you don't have to commit to this. If there's other songs where you do want to harmonize with yourself, like we're gonna go for what sounds the best." And I think that, you know, again, like Andrew right out of the gate knew the harmonies to hit, and so we were just like, "Oh, we're cruising through these songs in the studio. Let's keep moving."
That's great. Wow. And
It's nice to have a good flow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like you getting like stuck on a spot in the studio, like will make like minutes feel like hours, you know? If for some reason, like, all right, hey, we got to rewrite this lyric. Like this lyric isn't working. Both of us will like go to opposite sides of the building and like listening to it and like humming to ourselves. And yeah, and you'll be gone for 5 minutes and it'll feel like you were over there for 3 hours. You're just like, oh shit. Okay. Like, all right, oh, we figured it out. We cracked the code.
That's great. So, where are you guys currently recording?
We do everything at the Gradwell House, which is in Haddon Heights, New Jersey. Okay. We've been working with Nick Brzezzi, who is an amazing engineer, amazing producer. He also plays bass in The Story So Far.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. I've been working with him for 10 years now.
Really?
I brought very bad old bands to him, and he made them sound really good. And so when 2020 hit and this was all happening, I texted him like, "Yo, you want to do a ska record?" And he was like, "Sure, but I hate horn players." You know, so I was like, "All right, well, can you deal with it for a couple days with me?" He goes, "You're lucky I like you." All right, cool. Yeah, bring him in. You know, so like he started, you know, he helped mold the sound of Title Holder as much as I did, as much as Chris did. And with the evolution of where we're going with this, you know, he's been a pivotal part in just having a good mind to bounce ideas off of when you're feeling unsure. You know, sometimes you're sitting on an idea, or I'm sitting on a song for so long that you just start to overthink everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's great to have somebody who's like emotionally not attached to the song to give you
Critique
their
it.
yeah. When you get that opinion, and then it's just like you feel free. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
great, thank you. And we've been relying on Nick to give us that feedback for what? We're on year 6 technically. But yeah, he's amazing.
Those are good, like fresh ears, like to have listened to the song while you're in the studio.
Yeah, and, you know, and
Yeah.
I've known him for so long that I don't feel like nervous around him. Like he'll tell you if something's not like rubbing him the right way, and it doesn't like hurt my feelings. You know, it's like rip me apart. If this isn't the one, let's, you know, move on and find something else. I've sent him tons of songs that he went, maybe not, dude. You know?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, okay, cool. You know, because sometimes I'm working on something too long. I just get tunnel vision on it. And I'll either go the direction of, I'm a god, this is the best music ever. Or I'll be like, I don't know where to go with this. I'm the worst songwriter. I can't do this. And, you know, having somebody to be like, hey, you know, steer me in the direction. I've got 15 songs. Let's pick out 6 that are the ones, you know? And he's been doing that for us since day one.
That's
Crazy. They're like an unspoken member of the band, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like they go unrecognized for the most part, and like me, like it's literally the glue that puts everything together for everybody. So like to find a person that you're so willing to work with, that you're accepting, you know, the critiquing and everything like
Yeah.
that. Like from obviously interviewing a lot of people, it seems really hard to find. So having that in your background already too, with how you guys sound is like obviously somebody of his pedigree too. Story So Far is, you know, not a not known band, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're huge. Story So Far.
No, he's got such an amazing ear too for harmonies. Like the harmonies that I will think of, I think are amazing. I'm like, oh my god, I'm like the greatest singer ever. I mean, a horrible singer, and that's why I'm good in the ska punk realm.
No, you sound great.
Thanks,
You
thanks.
sound really good on the album.
Thank you.
Did you used to? Sorry, before you move on, did you used to sing in a pop punk band?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's why I
Yes.
probably like your voice. But sorry,
Thank
keep
you. Thank you.
keep going. Sorry.
We can
That's
talk offline about those other bands. They were
Yeah.
not, nothing bad happened. They just, they fizzled out. Sometimes something
Yeah.
runs its course.
Yeah.
But in the studio, a lot of times, I'll have a main vocal and I'll have an idea for where I want a harmony. And Nick has this way of just, he'll be like, all right, stop talking, don't do anything. And he'll like plug one ear and he'll just like go like, and then he's like, all right, I got the next harmony for you. And it's just like 10 times better than anything I would have thought of. And yeah, he's great. He's great. Also, like him with Story So Far, he's just like, he brings such a different energy. Like sometimes we'll pass around the guitar to work on leads. Like I won't always know where I'm going with like putting a lead guitar part on a song, and his style and like swag on playing something is very Story So Far influenced now. It's hilarious. So like we were working on a song, and he does a lot of that. Like he holds like one note and then lets like the high note ring, which is like every Story So Far
Yeah.
like lead. And I just started laughing. I was like, just keep it. Yeah, no, just keep it in. That's fine. That's fine. No, I don't need to play it. You did it perfect. So Nick's got some like confirmed cameos on some of our songs.
I love Stories So
Yeah.
Far. I'm like hyped to see them at Warped.
Yeah, me too.
I've never seen them live, and they never really come to Jersey that much.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
incredible. They're
I didn't even
incredible.
know they're from Jersey.
No, they're California.
Oh, but
So Nick used to play in a band called Man Overboard. They're
Yeah,
Jersey.
of course.
oh, he was in Man Overboard.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I think just through living that life for 10, 12 years with Man Overboard, they
I
met
had
everybody.
no idea.
I think they did a lot of tours with them and made good friends with them. And there was a point a few years back that they were looking for a new bassist, and Nick stepped up and joined the family.
I had no idea.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Man Overboard's great too.
Yeah, we're sick. Yep.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Yeah.
insane.
When I met Nick, I had never heard Man Overboard, but the other guy in my band, this dude Dan, he was like, he thought like Nick was like pop punk Jesus, and he was like, and I gelled with Nick. I think because I didn't know his resume, I just knew him as this guy that had a good ear, and it wasn't until like the year that I met him in 2016, 2015. And then I started like listening to what he did, and I was like, oh, I'd come in and I'd start like singing him his songs, and he'd be like, dude, shut up.
We've heard it so much in the
Yeah.
studio already.
And I'd
and
be
on
like, dude,
tour.
I just got into your old band. Like, leave me alone. I'm like having a moment here. We made love,
Yeah, yeah.
So, but he's great. He's always been, going to bat for us. And there was a moment when we were on tour. I was chatting with JR, who's the sax player in Less Than Jake, and I think Nick had texted him and said like, "How's my boy doing out there?" He's like, "I'm taking care of him or something," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I didn't know you guys were checking up on me like behind the scenes."
Dude, that's great. So many those are like huge connections,
Yeah, and
huge bands.
it was all through just cold
Yeah.
emails
Yeah.
and DMs and stuff. It never hurts to reach out.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with these guys. I wasn't, I grew up in Connecticut. I was playing in pop punk bands when I was 15,
Connecticut.
all the way up there.
Wow.
So coming out to New York City, 15 years ago, and then coming out to Jersey and stuff, like, I just made friends along the way, and
Yeah.
tried my best to not burn any bridges.
Yeah. Well, with all these big bands, I mean, Story So Far is a huge name. Hit the Lights with the merch, that's a huge name. Less Than Jake, obviously, huge name.
Yeah,
If you don't know Less Than Jake, like, just stop watching his podcast. But like, they find interest in your music, so there has to be like a huge like roadway for you, like from this point on.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah.
I'm ready for
Those are big bands.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the Story So Far tour.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be
No,
amazing.
They would not bring out a Scott. No.
no.
Yeah, never say never.
But like
Never
back
say
in the
never.
day,
Hey,
like
send an email.
yeah, exactly. But like back in the day, like when we just started the podcast, when I was saying Punchline, buy tickets to Bayville Fest.
Facts.
It was Punchline, pop punk band, Fall Out Boy, pop punk band, and then Less Than Jake.
Yeah.
So it's like, why can't we do that anymore?
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. And then, Chris Fafalios from Punchline, he is Chris DeMake's producer for his podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, 6 degrees of separation all over that. Yeah.
Well, now we know because we're gonna have him on the podcast at Bayville.
Yeah, talk to him.
Or Bay Fest. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always doors to be opened. Yeah, I don't know Chris Fafalios personally, but
I know he has a podcast.
I
now.
listen to that podcast enough to feel like he's my friend.
Yeah.
You know, you're like he's talking to me right now in my
Yeah.
car on the way to work.
That's amazing. Dude, big names. I'm gonna take a step back because you mentioned that you were from Connecticut originally.
Yeah.
Were you around that scene? Were you in the music scene in Connecticut during that time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
I
we're
mean-
from Jersey. We know the Jersey scene, but what was it like in Connecticut back then?
I mean, it wasn't as cool as Jersey, but there was things popping. Like, I mean, 2003 to 2006, like just the birth of like pop punk becoming at the top. You know, bands like Newfound Glory, Good Charlotte, Mest, Real Big Fish. Like they were like everything. You know, and so when I was in high school and even middle school, going out to those shows, and then like immediately throwing my like aspirations of being an athlete aside to pick up a guitar because I wanted to make, you know, ska music and pop punk music. And, you know, I played in bands from the time I was 14 until now. But yeah, I used to go see Mest
Mess, that's throwback.
in Hartford, Connecticut. I used to go see Mest every time they came out. And it got to the point where like me and my friends we had a couple older cousins who like, they like to go out to the shows too, and they like to mosh. And they all like created this like club called Hartford Hardcore. And they would bring out, like they'd all dress in a t-shirt. And I remember being like 16 years old, and like the older kids would come up in the van and they'd be like, here, if you're going to the Mest show, you got to wear our shirt. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, and it got to the point where like Tony, the singer of Mest, would like recognize all these dudes with the same shirt and be like, shout out to Hartford Hardcore. And so fast forward, last year, Title Holder opened for Mest at Starland Ballroom.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah. And I had this moment. So also it's like, you know, you try to be cool and be a good hang.
Yeah.
Don't speak unless spoken to. But I'm like having a moment where I'm like, what am I going to say to Tony if I meet him? Oh my God. And we get off stage, we get back into our green room, and we all are just like cracking a beer. And I'm like bitching to the band. I'm like, I can't believe I forgot that freaking lyric to that song. I like forgot a lyric to one of my own songs, which happens frequently. But as I'm saying that, Tony walks up behind me, goes into the refrigerator, grabs a beer, cracks it, and goes, "Oh, you do that too?" And I was like, "Oh, hi, dude." And then he just sat there and shot the shit with us for like 15 minutes or whatever. But he shot the shit with us for like 10 or so minutes before he went out on stage. And I was like, "Yo, I got to tell you something. Like, I was in the Hartford Hardcore crew 20 years ago," and he was like, "You were." Whoa, okay, what's up, dude? So we had this cool commonality between us, and I just keep in touch with them on social media. You know, I like his posts and hope one day Mest will take us out.
Yeah.
So Tony, if you guys are looking for a good opener, Title Holder would love to open for Mest.
Clip it. There we go. Yeah. Mest. I remember Mest.
Yup.
Like,
Yeah, man.
Or the like early 2000s. They were huge.
Yeah, Mest, Midtown. My
Midtown,
God.
straight out of New Brunswick,
Yeah.
Rutgers. Yeah.
Midtown. I can't believe I slept every time that they came to Connecticut. Something was happening, and I always missed when they came to Connecticut. And all of my friends, like everybody saw them but me when they were like super hot. I loved them a lot.
Yeah,
Saves the Day.
Saves the Days.
Dude.
Love Saves the Day.
Come on.
Through Being Cool. Love
Right?
that album a lot. I mean, I like all their albums, but Through Being Cool, I really love.
Yeah, but
see them
the
last year?
Connecticut scene was listening. You know,
Yeah.
we were not as cool as Jersey, but we were trying to be.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
yeah.
part of the tri-state area.
Exactly. Yeah. We're all a unit, like Long Island, Long Island, New York, great bands. Connecticut, there's great bands. In Jersey, we just had like I don't know what was in the water during the early 2000s here with like Census Fail
Wild.
and like like
All
Advanced
drive-through
Graduate-
records.
all drive-through records.
You know,
yeah.
early November.
Yeah, early November. It's funny when I was in a
Thursday.
band. I was in a band a long time ago. That's kind of why I did the podcast.
Nice.
And we were actually recorded with Chris Badami. It was in Lincoln Park. It's kind of
Oh,
by
yeah.
there. Yeah, Chris Badami at Portrait Studios.
Yeah.
Portrait Studios, and yeah, we were just there like after early November recorded. And I was like, early November, just recorded here. I was just like, you just tell Badami was just very uninterested in recording us after that.
Yeah,
Just because, like, you know, early November, that's like their album where they were like coming up with Drive Thru and stuff like that.
Dude, I used to
So-
watch that like behind the scenes DVD like every night.
Yeah, volume 1,
Yes.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a friend of mine, Rishi, he plays in a band called Eternal Boy. Shout out to Eternal Boy. He does all of his work with Chris at that studio.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure a bunch of their records are done with him. But before I was working with Nick, I was exploring possibly like working with them. And his stock just is so high. I was unfortunately was priced out of being able to do that.
Really?
Well,
I'm
no,
surprised.
I mean he does amazing work.
Yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah.
And the cost to work with him reflects that.
Yeah.
you know, which more power to you. You know,
Yeah.
like he's made some of the most iconic records.
It's been a long time since like then. Like
Right.
I think we got a really good price when we were kids there. I can only imagine now because Drive Thru wasn't even like huge yet.
Yeah.
It was literally just like fresh coming out of it. And yeah, wow. Chris Badami, New York burrito, dude. I remember he was just like, gotta get it. It's badass. That's what he told us. So every day in the studio, that's all he ate. New York burrito.
Oh my god.
R.I.P. New York burrito. It was good. And playing Mortal Kombat in that studio was
There
cool.
we go.
The movie you just saw,
Yeah,
pretty
I
sick.
did.
I gotta watch it. But
The studio that Nick Brzezzi used to work out of was
Mm-hmm.
called the Lumberyard, and him and Ace Enders were co-owners. Ace is the singer of Early November.
yeah, Ace.
And so, like back in the day when I first met him, you would walk through the first floor of this creepy antique shop and then go upstairs and there's just like a door that said Lumberyard. And then you go in there and it's a little studio. But like the
Really?
first 4 years that I like worked with him, you know, Ace would be walking around there and it was the exact opposite. Like Ace, I thought he was like emo pop punk Jesus. Like I was like scared around him. And he would, and like I feel like he could smell it
Yeah.
because he would just like mess with me, and I'd be like, "Hey man, how you? Please tell me my song's good." And he would just like go into character and stuff. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Like he's always. I remember at one point I was working with Nick and Ace came in and just started doing monologues, like just like. And I felt like he was like looking for a scene partner for a day. I was like, what the hell is going on here? And he's like, just work with me here, work with me. And he's like, just like going through like some weird script. I don't know if he was like going for an audition or something.
Yeah. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's like straight dialogue.
yeah.
Yeah.
He would turn into different characters and it would freak me out. And I thought it was hilarious.
He strikes me as like an artsy dude. Like when he came out with I Can Make a Mess Like Nobody's
Yeah.
Business. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really cool. I worked with him on a few songs, and he changed my perspective on songwriting when I showed up to the studio with like a half a song. I had like a verse and a chorus. I had like the musical arrangement, but I was having so much trouble figuring out the direction to go to. And Ace was behind the glass in front of the mixing console. And at some point, he just asked me like a very simple question. He was like, "What's this song about? Like, tell me what it's about." And I was like, I don't know. And as soon as that moment happened, it like kind of like switched up like how I write songs. Because sometimes like, you know, lyrics kind of can come out just like stream of conscious. Sometimes I'll just like, I'll be playing guitar and all of a sudden a song will just pop out. And sometimes I don't necessarily know the meaning behind everything until I like really sit and look at the lyrics. But when I sat there and like really thought about what it was about, I finished the song just like finished itself, you know. And so when he asked me that, and I was like, oh, he goes, I can't help you until you can tell me that, answer that question, what it's about, and we will shoot for the stars. And I've kind of taken that advice, you know, with songwriting for, you know, ever since then. You know, like sometimes I'll be writing something and I'll have to sit back for a second and go like, what am I really talking about?
That's actually,
And then when you have the answer to that question, you can just you'll finish the lyrics. The lyrics for me are some of the hardest parts.
that's
No.
actually like really good advice because
Yeah,
like it's the most simple
It's-
question, but like it really like if you know what the song's about, you know like the emotion of like the instruments, the lyrics, like it really to tell that story.
There's
right?
a roadmap in front of you of every direction
Yeah.
you can go now.
in a simplistic way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and that he opened up my eyes with that one.
What I'm trying to wrap my head around right now is how you're always in the right damn spot at the right damn time. Like, Damn. dude.
Because you're doing it. That's why you're really doing it. Like you're putting your stuff out there and you're making it happen. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's also because like you're a great songwriter too, right? Like
Networking.
Yeah, that Title Holder album that you wrote during the pandemic. I mean, solo alone writing that's pretty freaking insane, dude. Sounds really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I have been in the right spot at the right time for a good portion of this history of this band. But you know, I still every week I buy lottery tickets and I lose every single freaking one of those. So trying
I
to
think it's the talent, dude. 'Cause
yeah.
you-
I don't have luck.
Yeah. You have the talent to write, and you're reaching out to the people, and then it's obviously the talent because like anybody can come up with a song, send it, but if they're not interested in the writing of it,
that is true.
you know, they won't reach back out. So the fact that like you can write these things means you're in that caliber of
Yeah.
that, you know. So
Yeah, it's being recognized. Like,
I think too, just like being a positive member of the scene.
yeah, be
You
a
know,
cool hang.
like go out to the shows,
Mm-hmm.
go out to the local shows and make friends. You're like, it's harder. Like, you know, you get in your mid 30s and the only thing you want to do is like eat a pizza and watch TV in your bed. I constantly will try to like make myself like, all right, hey, it's Friday night. This week sucked. I know I just want to go to bed, but let's go, you know, get the crew together and go out to a show. And you become family, you know, with the scene.
Community.
You know, the community is huge.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, I think like leaving your ego at the doors is huge too. You know, like
That's a
don't-
big one.
Don't ever think you're better than somebody. Like we're, you know, all these bands, all these local bands, and all the connoisseurs and fans of local music. Like we're all still like vicariously living as 15-year-olds, or you know, like we're still the teenagers in our body, in these old people's bodies. You know, just like it's fun to just make friends, and any time where you're having a situation where you're like, I don't want to go out, and then you make yourself go out to a local show or wherever. You always walk away from that experience like ending up going, dude, I'm so glad I went out tonight.
Yep.
Like I saw so-and-so, and hey, now we got a gig next month because I saw the guy who was booking the show and he's putting together another show. You know, all that shit kind of falls into place,
Yeah, yeah.
you know? So
You got to
don't
really
stay
go
home.
out there. Yeah, exactly.
Don't stay home.
Yeah. You got to put yourself out there a lot. I mean, like you were saying, like all the still 15 at Spirit and older bodies, like we're going to Warped Tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we love Warped
Dude.
Tour. I loved growing up with it. And like,
Hell yeah.
when you go there, like the people you're surrounded with are just cool people. So
Oh.
it's like the best 2 days.
yeah, you
like,
meet
of the
so many.
summer, yeah.
Obviously,
Dude.
you already have the commonality.
Yeah,
It's just
Right.
like
and everyone's super cool in the scene still. So
Isn't that such a fun experience when you and 300 other people or 3,000, but you're standing there in a group of people that you don't know, and everybody's listening to that song, and you have that moment where like you look over and see the guy or the girl next to you singing along,
They high
and
five you.
and you're just like, we're all family.
Together. Yeah, and you're
It's
together
such a-
there.
like that energy is so infectious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's an amazing thing, and it's cool to just. It's like, dude, we've all been doing it for so long. What's the point in stopping now?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And
yeah.
This
You know?
guy knows. He's a helper in Warped Tour in the mosh pit because he's a big dude
All the time.
So
Yeah.
he helps me a lot. I just hide behind him like.
yeah.
Crowd surfers, bring them to me.
But like, yeah, he'll literally help the crowd surfers. Someone falls, he'll like pick them up. And
I
like,
direct them if there's a pit and crowd surfers, go that way.
Dude, that's
I'm gonna bring the airplane things this year.
yeah. Yo, one of the band Kill Lincoln, when we went out on tour with them, so they have a moment during their set where their trombone player Umi, he will go all the way to the back of the room, and then at this point during the song, it's time for his solo. And he will crowd surf all the
Oh my
way
God.
up back to the stage while he's playing.
That's amazing.
And it's so epic. But while that whole experience is happening, when we were on tour, it was their tour manager, Brent. He's got the flight attendant things, and he's moving through the crowd just to make sure they get out of Umi's way it's like you've got 30 seconds to get like 300 feet so that he can get back on stage to like finish out the song. So it's this very delicate dance of Brent being like, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. And at one point, like there was one of the shows, Brent was like, yo, I need you to throw on a Umi Safety Crew shirt and be like, just kind of get people out of my way while I move through.
Yeah.
And that was so funny though, as soon as you said the flight attendant thing.
That's even more of
Now
a
he's
reason
gonna
why to have
definitely
it.
get it.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch those Warped Tour live videos. You'll see me.
I'll be videoing with my meta glasses.
Hell yeah.
Like, translate on. That's awesome, man. So the new album coming out. Is there a name for it yet?
Yes, the name of the new record is going to be called Falling Upward.
Falling Upward.
Yeah.
Great title. Yeah.
I think it's also the name of like a children's book from back in the day, but it felt like a good stepping stone because we're still moving in this trajectory that's like we're hitting these new milestones every year.
Yeah.
But we still have no freaking idea what we're doing. And I think that's what makes it beautiful. We're just falling upward.
Yeah, I love that. It's kind of like an
definitely.
oxymoron a little bit. Yeah.
But it'll be 11 songs.
Mm-hmm.
We are actually about to put out a new single, probably end of June. We're going to put out another single.
Stay tuned for that.
Do the whole TikTok and Reels thing. You got to do it. You got to do
You
it.
gotta. Yeah.
I was really against it, but Nick was actually the one that was like, just think of your children, man.
I can see you guys having some good ones though too.
I was like, dude, I do not want to, I'm not trying to go on TikTok. He goes, swallow your pride, think of your family, and just play those songs on TikTok. You'll thank me later, bro. And I was like, okay. So yeah, rather than, we still want to do like big music videos, but it's a lot of money for not a lot of views. So the money that we would have spent towards like doing like, blowing up a car or something, we're going to make a ton of TikToks and really just make everybody hate us. Well, every time you scroll, you'll see title holder for the next like at least 8 months, but that means it's working.
Facts.
That's like the way of like the world. I mean, like even like interviews here, with, like the younger generation bands we've had, they're just like, like we put all of our like cost into just the TikTok, Instagram, because like the music videos, they're not really hitting unless like you clip. Yeah. But like it's funny because I just saw the Michael Jackson movie, and like everything based like in the 80s, 90s was just like all music video, like just the way he describes like making it like a full like movie production. And I went back and like watched like Thriller, obviously, like Billie Jean, Beat It. They're like little like movies. Like that'd be cool, like if that ever came back. But it's like so unique to see that.
I wish that it would come back. I mean, when we put out the first record, we prepared a few music videos, and one of those videos, Hanging by a Thread, like I had storyboards. I had a whole I had a whole movie treatment basically for that video because I really am a big fan of like making a fun, silly theatrical video. And my wife's cousin, he's actually he is like a co-owner of a special effects company.
Oh wow!
And they do like real explosions and real gunshots and the whole thing. And so for the video Hanging by a Thread, I was like, all right, so remember the movie Insidious? I want us to be like the ghost hunters in Insidious. And then when we find the monster, I want him to bite out my neck and I want like Pulp Fiction style blood. And I'm saying this to Jack. And I was like, can you make like an absurd amount of blood come out of me, like just shoot out. And he was just like, just tell me where, man. And so we show up. We did this all at my drummer Chase's house. You know, thank you to Chase's wife Caroline for letting us destroy her house. But Jack shows up with a 50-gallon pressurized tank of blood, and when it came time for that part of the video, like he ran a line all the way up my neck, and the monster, who was a good friend of ours, Travis, from a band called the Bad Ups, Travis got full prosthetics, bites my neck, and it just explodes out. And Jack's, he's 20 feet over there with like detonators shooting it. It was epic. So if you get an opportunity, check out that video. It's an older video, but we had a lot of fun. And that was
I literally just pictured Danny McBride from Tropic Thunder.
yeah. Oh yeah, dude. It was a real production, and I think that was part of the reason we had gotten kind of. So people fell in love with the band early on was, we were doing everything the way the old bands did it, and now we're adapting to the social media world. I already had a moment with Jack a couple weeks ago when we were talking about what we could like physically make explode for the next video.
Have you tried clipping that older video, like on social media? Yeah,
I should.
Especially all the work put into that, and it's like so like professional with the prosthetic and like
it's cool.
The special effects.
It was a really fun.
I didn't get to catch that video. I need to watch it now. We'll clip it.
Yeah.
Here.
Check it out. We had a little too much fun towards the end of the night. I had forgotten I needed to go to work the next day.
Does it have stains on you?
I had blood stains. I worked in a event space where you wore a suit and tie, and I had to like show up to like set up AV gear, and like my manager is like, "Hey, can we talk real quick? You good?" And I didn't realize I had, because fake blood stains you unless you really scrub it all over me. Like, yeah, it was hilarious. He's like, "What'd you get into last night, dude?" And I was like, "Oh, it was a music video." I swear to God, it was a music video.
Dude, that's amazing. Holy crap. I mean, I never even like worked with the special effects. Like, that's pretty cool.
Neither did I.
Yeah.
I was like very surprised that Jack was just like, "You tell me when and where, and I'll bring the blood and the explosives." So shout out to Jack Kershaw.
Yeah, wow.
I'll see you in a couple of months when we blow up a car.
You just got, like I know like some of like these bigger like what is it, like Olivia Rodrigo types, like you always see like the way they push out marketing channels. Like they'll like put like a 15-second of like a beginning of the music video where nothing's happening. It's like just like a cinematic of like people walking, and then it'll go to like where the video is going to start, and then it'll just end the clip.
Yeah.
And people are like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
So
Taylor Swift does that too.
yeah, cut it up in like pieces.
Right.
Because I love music videos. It's just like, there's no like channel anymore where people can like really watch them.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we did one for a song called "Never Had a Chance in Hell," and that was again like I had like a whole storyboard. I was the devil that was running a game show, and when you didn't get the question right, I like zapped you, and then fire like shot out of my eyes, and then you went to hell, and then and then it would cut back to like title holder forming as the band that's playing in hell.
Oh, that's so sick.
I was like, I'm a genius. This is the best music video ever.
Dude, I love how you make that come to life. Like
Yeah.
the idea, and just like, all right, let's do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and I also
Yeah.
so I work with this gentleman Sean Ageman, who has a company called Washed Up Media, based out of Long Island. And whenever I have a crazy music video idea, I call him up, and he goes, "All right, man, I'm there. You just tell me when and where." But he does all of our bigger videos, and yeah, that one, the Never Had a Chance in Hell one, I was like, this is a piece of gold. This is the best thing I've ever made. And I think that is still sitting at like 500 views on YouTube.
That's crazy.
So you
man.
never know, man.
Yeah, dude, try to clip those and put them on like YouTube Shorts.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
YouTube Shorts, surprisingly, they push.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they push.
They give like you definitely get boosted if you post consistently on shorts.
Yeah.
I've noticed if I do like one every day, all of a sudden they'll randomly start hitting like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 views.
Yeah.
out of nowhere. So,
Especially with like the aesthetic that you guys are doing and
Yeah.
at the level you guys are recording it. That's pretty awesome.
it's cool to see that there is still such a fun and big fan base for ska punk.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like it hasn't gone anywhere.
No, it hasn't. Like when we were at the 20th Warped Tour in AC, I remember like I got to see Real Big Fish. It was like either Offspring or Real Big Fish. I was just like, I got to go see Real Big Fish. I
Yeah.
like never have seen them like in a while, and I'm like, everyone went there, and I was like by myself. Real Big Fish.
And they're back. They're back.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
playing the Warped Tour
Yeah, they
on,
just-
on the West
pissed.
Coast. I
I'm
mean,
pissed.
Yeah, me
I
too,
imagine
dude.
it won't be a one-off.
No, they'll
you
probably
know?
play this side next year. 'Cause
They're
that's what
so,
they've been doing.
they're
They've been
so
switching
much
them all
fun.
around.
So much fun live.
Legends.
Yeah.
Legendary.
So
Yeah.
much fun live.
I mean, they're
We got
one
the
of
Aquabats last year.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
I saw them play at Brooklyn Steel probably like, I think it was 2019, or it might have been after I started the band, but I hadn't seen them in probably 15 years. I forgot about how funny their freaking live show
Oh,
is.
it's amazing.
And I remember like talking to the band after seeing them because I was like, we got to find like inflatable things that we could throw out into the audience. During the Aquabat set, any sort of inflatable pool toy that you could imagine,
Facts.
every single one makes its way out there and somebody's riding on it. And so I'm like on Amazon and I'm realizing like there's nothing, they've got a monopoly on inflatable things that you can throw out in the audience. Pizza, sharks,
Yeah, yeah.
bananas, like literally anything. But yeah, they're so entertaining.
Yeah, they were great
Yeah,
live.
they kicked off Warped Tour actually. They were the first ones on. So getting that energy up
The
for
energy
the first
was
day, it
insane.
was like I'm good.
Right?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I have never been so entertained than at an Aquabat show.
Yeah, I love how with those festivals now too, they're putting them on like Hulu, like or like YouTube,
Yep.
like live stream, so people can actually
Yeah.
watch it if you can't make it to those states. I think that's really cool. They do that.
Yeah, the Warped Tour does the live stream for
Yeah.
every single one of their shows.
Yeah,
For the last like 2 years that they've been doing like the one-offs.
yeah,
That is like the coolest thing about
Yeah.
like being at home. I'm like, I've got
you could feel like you're there.
yeah, I've got
Yeah.
a 2-year-old. I'm not flying to Warped Tour anytime soon.
Yeah.
But I can make myself a margarita and sit down.
Blast it,
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
surround sound.
You
Yeah,
know? Yeah. Me and my wife will sit down and watch Warped Tour from home, and it's not as cool, but it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
it was just like so funny. Like we went, and then when he came back, like I was still partying to it. I'm just
Yeah.
like put it back on.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
And I think we were recording when California was going on, so we had it playing in
Yeah,
the background
yeah,
for
that's
everybody.
right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, it was dope.
yeah.
And they had multiple stages live too, so
Yeah.
you could bounce back and forth between
You
like
pick.
channel A and channel B.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I'm so hyped, dude.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm
So
ready.
hyped.
I'll be moshing in my
Yeah.
living room in the suburbs.
Should we do the bracket?
Yeah, we can if you want.
Are you down to do Are you down to do a ska band bracket?
Say more.
All right, let's do it. And then, you want to plug out any shows first before we get into it?
This August, August 27th to the 30th, we're doing a little weekender run with the Bad Ups. We're doing Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Richmond, Virginia, and then we're ending in Lansdale, Pennsylvania. So that's coming in end of August. We'll have a flyer for that coming out pretty soon. And then I'm very excited to announce that we are going to be going down to Gainesville in October to play Fest.
Florida. Wow.
Yeah. We are a freshman act that was invited to come out and do Fest out in Gainesville. So we're going to be playing a place called Depot Village
Nice.
on Saturday, October 25th.
That's awesome.
I believe. I might have to check that date, but
Yeah.
I think we're supposed to announce that like the first week of June.
Wow.
So you're hearing it here first.
Yeah. Plug it.
Yeah, but yeah, we're super excited for
Yeah.
that. So
You guys are doing a lot.
couple things that, like I was saying with little milestones. Every year, like our sax player AJ, he would go, "Yo, you got to sign up for Fest," and I was like, "We're never gonna get that. We're not gonna get that. Like they're not gonna. It's not happening." And then this year, again, he sent me the application. He was like, "Fucking do it," and I just went, "All right, dude," to kind of get him off my back and just get it done. And all of a sudden, we got the email said, "Hey, you guys are on."
That's amazing.
So
Congrats,
we're
man.
super excited to be on Fest
Just
this
keep
year.
sending your emails, bro.
Yeah.
Is this the first festival you guys are going to be on?
It's the first Fest. down in
Wow.
Gainesville, yeah.
That's amazing. Congrats,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, we're
See,
gonna-
it just keeps happening.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut it up down there. We're flying down on the Friday morning is night one of Fest, and we're just gonna, go party with everybody, and then hopefully like get a little bit of sleep and do our show on Saturday,
Yeah.
and they go day 3 happens on that Sunday. I think a couple of my guys and myself, we're all gonna stick around and try to figure out how to call out of work on Monday, but it'll be a good time.
Perfect time to be in Florida.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Not
nice.
bad,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, we're excited.
That's great, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Guys, definitely check out their shows. I still need to get to one because I've heard all your music and I need to get to a show. So definitely going to pick one out of all those shows to get to.
Give me a shout. We'll give
Yeah?
you the guest list backstage treatment.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do some green room action if you guys allow us to.
I mean, the caveat is if there's actually a green room.
True, yeah, yeah.
Like we kind of came off the Less Than Jake thing, having like our own like hospitality rider, like with like liquor and meat platters and cheese and crackers.
You got used to it?
and then we got yeah. And then like I come back over here and we had that show at like Starland, and I'm like, so where is our refrigerator with beverages? And they're like, oh yeah, you guys don't have that. You want a beer?
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah, but-
we've actually done interviews in Starland and our hard drive crashed and we lost everything.
Oh, no.
We were
Yeah.
the upstairs, like the
Okay.
upstairs part. So that's fun. We have it all on audio, but it's not as cool.
Yeah.
We have
doesn't
it
give
all
you
up
the
here,
feeling.
though,
Yeah,
we,
yeah.
we did it.
Yeah. That's actually why we went to Long Island again because we had to reshoot it. But
Nice.
yeah.
But yeah, getting used to slumming it back here. It's been rough, but one day we'll have a hustle.
You're taking a break from it. That's
Yeah.
what's happening.
You got to ground yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get back to the roots.
Yeah,
you
you
know.
dip. It's never a straight line. It always goes like this. Always a wave.
Coming out with a new album.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a perfect
That's
opportunity.
great.
exactly.
Want to get into this bracket?
Let's do
Let's
it.
do it. You could start it off.
All right.
So this is going to be the, what are we calling it? The ska bracket?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
No,
Scott-
this is the title holder bracket, bro.
Title holder bracket.
All right.
All right.
Lay it on
Save
me.
some of the bigger ones for later.
Title holder ska band bracket.
All right. We're gonna start off a little light with this one. We're gonna go with The Interpreters and Catbite.
Listen, I got to go with the homies in Catbite. They're
Okay.
I love the Interrupters, but Catbite,
They're great. We
they're-
saw them in EC.
Yeah, we did.
they're Philly. We're
Mm-hmm.
Jersey, New York. Like
I thought.
we're family.
All right.
Yeah. They're great live.
They are really good live.
We did AC Beer Fest. I think that was the last one we did. They played. Yeah.
Yeah, they're killer. They're killer, and they just, the stock in Catbite just continues to rise.
I know.
It's
insane.
It's exciting to see them, like how fast they've grown and are
Yeah.
continuing to grow.
Let me know if this bracket's getting uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
I know it's like hard to pick sometimes.
I'm
We've
moving
done
over.
it.
No,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, it's-
having
it's-
fun with it.
Yeah.
It's
We're
gonna get
having fun
difficult.
with it.
Everybody's judging you on it too, so no, I'm kidding.
All right, let's do this. Let's do Madness, the Aquabats.
Aquabats.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Come on. Shark Fighter.
Yeah,
Bro, they throw those sharks out. I was going nuts.
that was a light one.
That's the
I think it's
great-
gonna get harder.
I mean, I dig Madness.
Yeah.
But I feel like I only know our house
Yeah.
in the middle of our that might, yes. Like the old ska fans are going to be like, oh, you suck, man.
Of course.
Madness. Are you mad? They're the greatest. Oh, they're great.
All right. Sorry. All right. We're going to go the specials or Say Ferris.
The specials. Come on. Rudy.
Yeah.
A message. Like, that's
Classic.
classic.
A message to you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the specials forever, for life.
All right. Next one. Where we at? Oh, you did the bottom? Oh, I see. All right. So we're just picking DeVito? Which ones
Yeah,
you want to
whatever-
pick?
whatever you
All
want.
right. Let's do Sublime, Goldfinger. I already know
Oh, that's a hard one for me. You know, so I just drove all the way over here and listened to that Sublime record.
The new one?
No, the old one. I don't know what happened, but I just started. I got in my car and I literally just started going. And I was like, I should just play this instead of humming it. I was driving for like 10 minutes on the highway, just going. But I mean, Goldfinger. I have such a love for Goldfinger. They like Hang Ups. That record was like top tier for me. Me and an old friend of mine, Alex, used to just play that CD over and over again in his bedroom after school and just like pretend like air guitar to it. Oh, I mean,
Yeah, it's a hard one.
I'm gonna have to go Goldfinger because I have seen Goldfinger so many times, but I've never seen Sublime. And I mean, when they came out,
Yeah.
Brad was already gone and they were already doing their thing. Goldfinger. I'm gonna have to go Goldfinger.
I'll be honest with you. I've seen half of Sublime set, or 2 half Sublime sets over the past year, and his son out of this fucking
Yeah.
world.
Oh yeah, no, I listened to a couple of the new songs.
You close your eyes, you have no idea.
It's crazy.
No idea.
It's crazy, and they took the time on those new recordings to like really like it. You can't tell.
I only one.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I only heard the one song, like what, Ensalada something or Ensenada something.
Yeah, I heard 2.
Yeah, but whatever it was, it sounded fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
And, like I'm excited for their
Sublime has
future.
like a new life now.
Yeah.
a little heartbeat back.
I
into
can't
that.
remember which song it is too, but like lyrically, like he made it a point to like write like his father did too. Like the lyrical content felt like I was listening to that first record.
100%.
Yeah.
dude.
Like we
100%.
we saw Goldfinger do sound check at AC Beer Fest, and it was like, because who's the lead singer again? The producer.
John Feldman.
Yeah, John Feldman. Hit like, and it's also like him as like a whole without Goldfinger. It's
Yeah.
like what he's produced, what he's brought to the scene is like it's
Oh.
incredible.
Dude,
and
I-
even seen him do
I love-
sound
I
check.
love Feldman,
I wanted
bro.
to be like, can I like talk to you for a second? But he was so in the zone, like
Oh,
he was
yeah.
getting frustrated.
Yep.
During
Yeah.
like the sound check, it was like
I'm a huge 311 fan. So like any Feldman album of theirs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in love with. Like,
Oh,
because it
dude.
just hits.
Yeah, I used to, I was one of the kids standing out at the door an hour before the doors opened for the show. So you'd see like the buses pull up.
Yeah.
And you'd see them like, going out that secret door and stuff. And I'd be like, John Feldman. And he'd be like, and actually, funny story. So we're playing in Las Vegas on the Less Than Jake tour. And at some point during the Science of Selling Yourself short, they throw out all these balloons into the audience, like just huge construction garbage bags of balloons.
Really?
And Matt, their road manager, was like, yo, I need you to grab all of your guys and go up to this like second green room and grab all these balloons. I need you guys to throw out the balloons. I'm doing something else. So again,
the toilet paper. The
yeah.
balloons.
Again, I'm like, yeah, Matt, no problem. I'll take care of it. And then I'm like running to my guys. I'm like, we get to go out on stage and throw balloons. So we go into this upstairs green room in Vegas where all of these balloons are in all these big bags.
What venue do you play?
What was it? Fremont Country Club.
Okay. Yep.
Which smelled awful, but it was a fun spot.
I haven't been there. I heard of it though when I was out there.
It was a cool club. It all felt like a fever dream, like just how fast it went. But we go into this green room, and it's like Charlie, the guitar player from Goldfinger, like Tom from MXPX. Like they're all like in the middle of this conversation, and I just walking in the middle of their conversation with like 3 of the title holder guys. And I'm just like, oh, sorry guys, we're just grabbing balloons. And I'm like, holy fuck, is that Charlie? And then I was like, no, don't say anything. Just
All the
keep walking.
balloons get loose.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit. You're like, well,
Yeah,
wait for
yeah,
me.
yeah. And that was the only interaction. I was like, oh man, that was the dude from Goldfinger. Oh, okay. Anyways, but yeah, Goldfinger. That's my bracket pick.
Yeah,
That's pretty sick.
That's a good one. Hell yeah.
All right, we're going old school here. We're gonna go Operation Ivy or Fishbone.
Oh, Up Ivy.
Yeah,
Right.
Up Ivy.
Up Ivy. I had this idea to do. I was gonna do like some TikTok videos of me like at a desk as like a show host, and I was just gonna roast my band. And just hope that people didn't realize. Like some people would be like, "Oh, that's the singer. That's funny." But some people might just be like, "Who's this dude just talking shit about Title Holder?" And one of the things I was gonna say was, I was like, "So, yeah, Title Holder. You know, they're all a little older. They're all a little fatter. They're like Operation Ivy, but they're Operation Gravy."
That's good.
I played a show with Fishbone. Title Holder opened.
Oh, wow.
We did a This Is Not Croydon Fest a couple years ago, and huge fan of Fishbone. But we're all in this one shared green room. So like throughout the day, all these huge bands and then all like the smaller bands, we're all sharing the same space. And Angelo Moore from Fishbone comes in at some point, and I'm just like sitting on the couch, and the door opens, and it's him like in his full like zoot suit, like the whole getup. And I didn't even like realize I did this. It just happened. I just went, Angelo Moore! and he looked at me and he went, nope. And he just walked out. and I was like, oh, he probably thought I was a fan. Like, okay, anyways.
That's so freaking
No
hilarious.
shade. I get it. He was just like, I'm not trying to have that interaction
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Was it before they went on?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, I was
what-
about to say.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's like in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, get this kid away from me.
All right. Dun 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 dun. All right. Money Money Boss Stones or Mustard Plug?
I love Boss Tones. I grew up on all of those songs, but I'm really hoping to get Mustard Plug to take us out on tour. So I'm gonna go Mustard Plug.
Yeah. Mustard Plug's great.
They're great. You know, they're still active.
That's
They're
a classic
still doing it.
classic name, you know?
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna do a little controversial one right here.
We already know probably how this bracket's going to end, but we're doing it anyway.
Since they're pretty much one and the same.
Yeah.
Catch 22 or Streetlight Manifesto.
That's
I mean, I'm gonna have to
the
go.
OG or the...
I will base this just off of, so we've played more shows with Catch 22.
Yeah.
And we've never opened, we'll never open for Streetlight. They won't pick us for anything.
You don't think so? Oh.
Actually, so the late and great Matthew Stewart, who was their trumpet player, he played trumpet on all of that record that we
Oh,
did.
really?
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Nick Brzezzi got me in touch with him when I was recording everything. I didn't know anybody that played horns.
Oh.
I knew nobody. So I was like, Nick, can you find me a couple horn players? And so Nick reached out to John James Ryan of Keep Flying. He reached out to Dave Heck, who plays trombone, and Aaron West in the Roaring Twenties. And he reached out to Matthew Stewart from Streetlight Manifesto. And that was the horn section that you hear on What Better Time.
Wow. Holy
Crazy.
crap.
So I'm a huge Streetlight fan.
You have any
For
other
an engineer
features
that
on?
doesn't like horns.
Yeah.
Knows the cream of the crop. Yeah. So
You have any other features on there you want to tell us about?
dude, I can name drop all day. But
It's a lot. It's crazy.
we played a few shows with Catch 22, and,
That's
and
great.
those guys are awesome. So I'll go Catch.
Yeah.
I'll go Catch.
That's OG Catch. Love it.
Yeah, I know that one's always a little controversial
Yeah.
there.
Somebody on Reddit is like twitching right now. This hasn't even like aired, and somebody's like, "Oh no!"
I'm about to pick up their computer. All right. We already know. Yeah. Less Than Jake. No doubt.
Of course, Less Than Jake.
Yeah, of course.
Did you see their No Doubts like thing at the
Yes.
what was that place in Vegas?
The Sphere?
Yeah, the Sphere. That was crazy.
Dude, I would love to go see No Doubt during
I
them.
absolutely would too.
I
Yeah.
saw them at Bamboozle in like 06.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That was like their comeback.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they're great.
Amazing.
I'm a Less Than Jake guy for life. I cannot be swayed.
I wonder how like No Doubt would look on stage with all the success Gwen Stefani has had over the past years, you know?
Right.
Is it just totally like not really No Doubt, you know?
I mean, they sounded pretty good.
I believe they sound good, but just like the personalities like in the band, like
Yeah.
the stage presence, all that stuff.
You wonder if
Yeah.
like they're just doing it for. Yeah, I'm sure it was fun to like go back in time.
Yeah.
You know, and relive those moments.
Yeah,
You
for
know.
sure.
And also, I'm sure like having a residency at the Sphere.
Yeah, it doesn't.
They're probably all like financially, we're doing fine.
Yeah.
We can be friends for the next 3 weeks. You know, like swallow whatever
All
happened.
right, play it. Dun,
Forget
dun,
about it. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
oh man.
That's so good.
All right, round 2. We'll go with Mustard Plug or Operation Ivy.
Ooh. Op Ivy.
There goes your shot with Mustard Plug, bro.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, they'll understand.
They don't remember who I am.
We'll just beep it out.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to take the big one if you don't
Go
mind.
ahead.
Because I'm really curious what this answer is going to be. I kind of probably right now. All right, I'm going to stop talking now. Goldfinger, Less Than Jake.
It's got to be Less Than Jake.
Yeah.
Got to be Less Than Jake. It will all they will be the top of the bracket
Yeah.
forever.
I mean, Less Than Jake is really like the band that transitioned me into ska because it was like I was into pop punk, and then Less Than Jake kind of had like that vibe to it with the ska,
Yeah.
and that like got me into ska.
Dude, when I was stealing music on LimeWire, and they were one of the first records I stole.
Yeah.
You know, and then at whatever point, LimeWire and Napster, like you could also get videos. Somebody was uploading all these live videos from Less Than Jake shows.
That's it.
And I remember like just being whatever, 13 or 14 and like,
What's an upload?
yeah. And just having like all this, like an entire library on like my mom and dad's hard drive of Less Than Jake. You
It's
know?
better than the stuff I had in my parents' hard drive. So
Oh, that was there too. You find a way to hide it.
I was gonna say my first ska band I listened to was Real Big Fish, and that's because of the movie Basketball.
Oh
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course. So like I was just like, oh shit.
Yeah,
This is cool.
They did Basketball, Real Big or Less Than Jake. I remember they did a cover for Scream 2. They did the I Think I Love You, but what am I so afraid of?
Oh
Afraid
yeah, I
of?
think I remember hearing that.
Yeah. Like, and I bought the soundtrack to Scream 2
Just
because that song was on there. There was also like there was some other good songs on there, but I remember that was like really exciting for me.
That's amazing. Wow.
All right, we are going to do Cat Bite or the Specials.
The specials are classic. Without the specials, would there be a cat bite? You know,
Yeah, that type of thing. Yeah.
There you go.
Tearing it up.
there wouldn't be any of the bands
True.
on this bracket.
Yeah. All right. Oh, this is semifinals now?
Oh, you got one more.
One more. Okay. La, 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 la. All right. Catch 22, the Aquabats.
The Aquabats.
Aquabats, hell yeah.
For entertainment purposes,
Purposes, yeah.
only.
They do-
I have never laughed for an entire 45 minutes.
They're like the Slipknot of
I
ska.
still think it's wild that Travis Barker started with them.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't
It's
that
still
crazy?
sick.
at
Yeah.
Warped Tour.
Yep.
He was still playing with them.
So
I
wild.
saw Aquabats for the first time Warped Tour 2004 or 3
Yeah.
in Asbury Park, I remember.
I actually saw them for the first time Bamboozle 06.
Yeah.
I think I saw Aquabats with Real Big Fish
That's sick.
Sick.
at Toad's Place in New Haven, Connecticut.
Toad's Place, really?
Probably like 2005 or 6.
That's sick.
Like I actually was going. I found old ticket stubs.
I wish I
that were
could
like
see them there.
half worn off, and I remember because I was talking to somebody and said, "Oh, I didn't see Aquabats until like 5 or 6 years ago," and then I found this old ticket stub, and I was like, "Son of a gun, I did see them." So
I
Toad's
had Real
Place,
Big
too.
Fish on this list. I don't know how it got deleted, but
It's
it
all right.
is what it is. I'm upset about it. They were one of my favorites.
special shout out to Real Big Fish.
Yeah.
Welcome
We
back.
love you guys.
Welcome back.
All right. Aquabats or Operation Ivy? Semifinals now.
Up Ivy.
All right.
I'm a,
Fuck you,
I'm a
live
bit-
performances.
Hey, you know, those songs spoke to me back in the day.
Yeah.
Is that where a lot of this inspiration came from with the ska, or?
You know, at one point, Nick Brzezzi said, "You guys have like this like kind of like Op Ivy aggression with some of these new songs that we're putting out this year." He kept reiterating that, like the way I would sing something, he'd go, "Cool, that was cool. Now do it more Op Ivy," and I would like, "All right," you know, I would like start to sing things like a little
Yeah.
grungier, and yeah, so there was kind of like a little taste of that like attitude in some of our new stuff that's coming
That's
out this
awesome.
Yeah,
year.
that's sick.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hear that. That's gonna be sick.
yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, we were trying to move towards like at least trying to sound a little bit like that in the way that we sound.
Making
Yeah.
your
I
own
don't know.
out of it.
All right. This is the last one for the finals.
All right,
Less Than Jake, the specials.
less than Jake, less than Jake, less than Jake.
You could take the finals too.
Forever.
Oh yeah, let me see what it is. All right, guys, the moment you've all been waiting for.
You already know.
This
But
happened
we'll
at the
play
last
along
one,
at
too.
home.
All right, the finals. Operation Ivy, Shakira. No, I'm kidding. She's kind of ska with her voice, I guess.
Yeah.
Her voice is a horn.
Yeah, I heard she was putting out a ska record this year.
Yeah. Leo, Leo, Leo. That's a horn, I thought,
I'm
right?
glad I
No.
caught myself for what I was going to say, but
Oh, gosh. All right. Finals here, guys. This is it. Operation Ivy, Less Than Jake.
Less than Jake.
Less Than Jake,
Less Than
Jake, have it.
guys. That's a great choice. Less Than Jake. Less Than Jake, guys.
Forever for life.
Forever. Hell yeah. All right. So we anything else you want to bring up that like shows we did, the new album coming out? What else do we got? I think we asked everything.
We did everything.
Yeah.
We covered
This is
entire.
this is the longest podcast I think we've done in a while.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
time
everything was
flies
so
when you're having
interesting.
fun.
Yeah.
No, we you know, new single coming out in a few weeks. We got the record coming out, going down to Fest.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to be spending an absurd amount of money on a credit card I may or may not pay, boosting all of our posts. So get ready to see a lot of title holder reels and TikToks.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, we're living in the now.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a good time. Try to reach out to our friends and bigger bands and get a supporting role on another tour one of these days.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know, so we can quit our jobs and come back and find new ones when we can't make any money playing music.
Live our childhood dreams, which we're pushing for.
It's funny. I love this story. It's he went to go see Seosin. If I don't know if you want to tell him, but the whole
Oh yeah.
Coven.
Yeah, you're familiar with Seosin?
Yeah.
So I went to Asbury Lanes, and I waited outside by their tour bus, and then Cove came out. So I started talking to Cove from Seosin, and I was like, because all the music started coming back, like the Warped Tour bands, like the Bamboozle type bands, and I go, how come you guys just like started this tour now? Like, why didn't you guys start earlier? Because I had no idea this was happening. And I go, really? I go, what were you doing before this? I was just working in HVAC, doing my thing, and then we got the call to like tour it out, and that's what we did. Now they're back on Warped Tour, doing all these
New
shows
album,
and stuff.
like-
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, sick.
We're, as you know, we're all just working real life jobs.
Yeah, you have to.
And then you do the music
Yeah.
thing on the side, and keeps you young, keeps you having
yeah,
fun.
exactly. That's why we do the pod, man.
Yeah,
We love the community. We love bringing out
Hell yeah.
all the awesome bands on and all the people dude. It's crazy, and all the stuff that you're coming up with. So we'll highlight it again. You guys got the album coming out, new album in fall. Is there a month yet, or we're still pending? Actually, if you're waiting to promote it, we won't have to say it.
I don't know yet.
Not
I
yet?
don't know
Fall.
yet. We just submitted everything, so when we know when the physical releases are going to
Great.
be ready, we'll
Come
have
back.
everything in hand. So
Yeah.
October, November.
October, November, guys. New album coming out, fresh. And then the festival in Gainesville.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an awesome one.
I can't
In
wait.
Florida, dude. Florida kills it with the festival.
Yeah.
See Cash out there all the time.
Yep.
Yeah, all of Gainesville turns
Yeah.
into like Fest Town. for
Yeah,
that weekend.
Fest Town. Hell yeah.
Some of the other bands that are playing it, they've like called me up and they're like, "Yo, we heard little Birdie told us that you guys are on this year. All right, here's what you need to know." And a friend of mine gave me like the full rundown. Make sure you have enough T-shirts. You're gonna sell every single. I was
Yeah,
like,
all
right,
the
cool."
merch.
Yeah.
That some people forget about
Yeah,
is like
it's
the
like,
merch aspect.
Go online and get an Airbnb now, otherwise you will be sleeping in the van. I'm like, okay, fair enough.
That's awesome, dude. So where can everyone listen to your music and follow all your social platforms?
Title holder music, title holder band. For the most part, we're on, you type in title holder band in the Google search, you'll find us. And right under there, you will find the Interrupters, but we are starting to optimize that search with how much money we're putting behind our advertisements. So we are bumping the Interrupters out of title holder, search optimization.
Damn right.
But yeah, title holder music, wherever you listen to stuff, title holder band, you can find us there.
Dude, awesome. This was a great interview, man.
Dude, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope we get to do it again soon. And thank you for coming in, man.
Thank you for
This
having
is like
me.
a really fun
Yeah.
episode.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll
yeah.
see you at the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I definitely want to get to that show. And anytime you want to come on, I mean, I'll be asking you anytime to come on because there's probably so much more we could ask you.
Maybe when your album comes out, you come back and
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about it.
I'll
yeah.
I'll
bit
bring a
more.
bunch of copies and we can play frisbee with them or something. We'll come up with like a new game.
We'll shoot
And- oh,
play,
yeah,
play shots. Yeah,
Dude, yeah, thank you for all the gifts.
really do
man.
appreciate
All the
that, man.
Enjoy.
Yeah. This album here, too, guys.
What better time?
Get this before the new one comes out.
Available on Jumpstart Records.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Jumpstart Records.
Jumpstart Records, guys. All right, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, we'll catch you in a couple weeks. Peace, guys.
See ya.